I did all my laundry. All of this stuff in here is clean, but I wasn't allowed to fold it inside of the laundromat. Apparently, because of COVID, folding laundry in a laundry mat with a mask on is not allowed. So if I would have known that, I would have washed my van or cleaned the inside and made it look nice. So when I brought my dirty clothes back in here and had to fold them on the floor, I gotta fold clothes. But I'm excited because I get to try out my new, wherever it is, I got a thing to fold my shirt. So now we get to find out if it was worth the $10 or if it was just a waste of money. This thing, I'm gonna clean the dirt off the floor. It's called the Box Legend. How does this thing work? One Van City Van Life t-shirt coming right up. Fold up the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see this. So it goes fold, fold, flip over, hey-yo! Look at that. I love this. Sometimes in life, you know, you go onto Amazon and you're like, hey, wait a minute, I might be able to use this thing. And then you wonder if it was a waste of money. I don't recommend products very often unless I'm a huge fan. And let me tell you, picking up one of these things so far is pretty awesome. And check this out. I can see every one of my shirts by just flipping my thumb through it. And it packs pretty good, guys. Doesn't seem so bad. My cupboards are about that deep where I store my clothing. So this just might make things easier. I don't know if it takes up more or less space. Heck yeah. I'm guessing that maybe most of this stuff should cut it. Now that we got laundry done, we're gonna go work on the inside of this. Oh crap. We're going to work on the ambulance. What are we gonna do in here, man? Where do we start? Where do we start? The plan today is to start breaking down the inside of this thing so it turns out to be an empty shell. Because we can't start, I don't know what I'm doing. Was this ambulance too big of a project? Well, looking around ain't gonna get anything done, so let's get to work. This pile here is just like the old switch panel from the dash, which doesn't work. The old dash piece, which we don't need anymore. These were the light pods that were on the inside of the ambulance to light up the interior. We don't need any of these. And just a bunch of stuff. The walls are just covered in this. Doing this feels a lot like I bought an old house that was built a long time ago that we need to take down to the bare bones and remodel the house. It's definitely a ton more work. We're going to remove this here. It looks like a seating system across here. I don't know if there was like an actual seat bolted to this or if that's all they sat on. But there's just a handful of screws along the bottom here. to pull this whole section right out. Mine's pretty fat.
Alright, Cruzy.
I'll try to find one.
I'll take those windows too.
Oh yeah, you can.
Let me find a home for him eventually.
He told me this one sucked. He's going to get me an impact one, which will be a lot better on the heads, especially if it's tight. He goes, the impact one will just kind of shake it loose before it pulls it out, where this one just spins in the head. And all right, we got ourselves a little baby impact. I like the size of this one. Comparing this one against the ginormous Ryobi one, there's a huge difference. I like this little bugger. I got 2 screws on that one I can't get out. I think I stripped them both, maybe just stripped one. What am I doing? What am I doing? There's just piles of just stuff. Rizzy, would you like me to take that out for you, buddy? I can take that out, buddy. Cruzy, just give me 1 minute, okay? Hey, tell you what. How about if I lift you up this side? Oh, there you go. How about we rip this baby out? It's a little scary because this stuff is glued on as well. I don't want to wreck that fiberglass too much. That thing is not budging whatsoever. We're probably gonna have to take a Sawzall or something and chop that thing out because we don't want to damage the fiberglass, because then, well, it's gonna be a whole ton of work. So, because I don't want to touch that right now, I'm gonna leave that with John. That's the air conditioning unit. And this, I believe, is the heating unit. And if that's the case, this runs all the way back to the alternator, which means those lines are probably full of antifreeze, will need to be rerouted or plugged or whatever. So I'll leave that to John, leave that to John. And me, we're gonna undertake starting to pull this whole back section out. I was originally gonna leave this stuff in here because there's a pretty big space in there to put storage stuff, but then we lose a whole chunk of here. And I pondered on putting nice little storage racks here, but after thinking about it, I think we're gonna pull this section out from here backwards. Then if I do decide to build cabinets, we can just build them here without having any of the original ambulance stuff in here. And I think I would like to put that chair on a swivel and utilize all this living space, which has just been taken up with. Yeah. When it comes to building things, it does take some time while you're sitting in it to plan things out. Yeah, we're pulling this out. Bringing out the big guns, baby. Want to pull that step out? The best place to pull that. The whole time we've been in here, Cruzy's hit him. Hey, are you snoring? He's like, why'd you wake me up, Dad? How are you sleeping through this? Oh yeah. Nice. So he was talking about putting a hot water heating system in here for the water, and this is already plumbed all the way to the front to the radiator, so this thing will always have hot water from the van running through it to be able to heat the water in the tank that he wants to put in here.
It's a marine tank.
How convenient.
Yeah.
I love it. All this is just here.
Well, there we go.
Well, you guys, look at that. That is insane. The amount of stuff here that we pulled out that now has to go to the transfer station. Whoa. And just to think, somebody even went through and pulled out a ton of wiring already. And we have all this stuff here, plus all that stuff inside there. If you guys ever buy an ambulance, boy, you got some work to do if it's got everything in it. What kind of madness is going on in here, Crazy? We're gonna go to the dump. He's like, thank goodness, no more noise. My cell phone died. I went and dumped everything out of the inside of the ambulance, and I tried to film it, but then this thing died. You ready? Boom! Say what? Yep, we did a lot of work today. We measured it. We didn't include this depth, but from here all the way to here is 6 feet 8 inches. That's probably another 3 inches. So we're talking like over 7 feet across. Probably more than that if you want to go right to the wall. But this thing is so big. Felt really good to get all this out. Man. I absolutely am not the greatest at building things, but I sure am a rock star when it comes to actually destroying something. So thanks to John today, we got out some of the bigger pieces, like the AC unit and the heater unit. Thank you, John, for your help today. Thank you for letting me use your tools here today as well. Wow. Look at this thing. It is so big. All right. So you can't quite, here's me standing. You can't quite stand up in the ambulance. If I widen my feet like that wide, then I can stand up all right. We are going to be raising the roof on this thing. So probably way out here on the edge, and the same thing on that side. We're going to be cutting it as far forward as we can and popping this thing on. So we're going to be chopping this thing right out, getting rid of it, and then refiberglassing a whole new roof on here that's probably 4 inches taller than this, giving us lots of headspace. All right, buddy, gotta move. Come on, pal. Come on. Come on, Grizzy, you gotta move. What a day today. It's 2 days of legitimate work for me. Good job, buddy. Good job. Anyway, you guys, thanks for hanging out with us again today. It was just another really, really good day. Everything from like this morning, from when I was folding my laundry with that silly little fold thing I got on Amazon. Just awesome. We dropped everything off on the inside of that ambulance, was taken to the transfer station. All of the metal and aluminum stuff was all taken to the recycling part of the transfer station. That's like the garbage dump. Felt really good today. I got some work I have to go do tonight online, and then I think tomorrow we're gonna bounce just up the street here and go play in the backcountry a little bit. We're close to some Forest Service roads and just go relax and have some fun for a few days. The weather's been kind of crappy, and there's not much more I really can do the ambulance right now until it goes into the mechanic shop, which will be coming up this week. I don't know what day this video is going to go up, but yeah, soon. Like later on this week, my ambulance goes in for all the mechanical stuff. All right, you guys, I'm going to go. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I bought an ambulance. I'm still saying that. I can't believe we bought an ambulance. Whoa. And that thing is so fun to drive, man. That 7.3 liter diesel has got some oomph to it. It's so fun. I'm a slow driver. When I'm driving this thing, I am a super slow driver. But when you got a vehicle with a little bit of power behind that pedal, it's quite easy to go. I'm gonna get a speeding ticket. Anyway, guys, on that note, drive safe, be safe, and I'll see you all on the next video. Cheers. Why did I say cheers? If I ever said cheers, I never say cheers. Peace out.